everybody! Hello, welcome. I thought I was choking. I thought I was choking. I thought I was wearing my shirt backwards. You know that feeling of when you think you're wearing your shirt the wrong way, and so the collar's like against your throat? I thought I was choking. I wasn't choking. That's just nerves. Well, like, hello everybody, first of all. Hello. It feels like it's been a while, even though the last stream was Saturday. It's actually not been that long since the last time I streamed, but it always feels like a lot of time passes by when the next week starts. Is that weird? But hello Dream, hello Yuki, hi Insane, and hello Ophi, welcome. It's good to see you guys. Dream was like, I'm here, like 17 hours ago. I was like, dang, I see you, you're seen. Truly, like, what do you call it? Like, I feel like it's dedication. I feel like that's real dedication. I appreciate and I love that. Speaking of inspiration, speaking of being really like enthusiastic, a lot of people tend to look very forward to love readings, and I'm someone who I've never really done much for love readings, just because it's I guess like after you find a partner, you're less and less involved or interested in love readings, and that's kind of what happened with me. I'm kind of in a partnership where I feel really full and satisfied, but I guess like doing for other people is going to be very new for me. I'm very excited, but because of that, I need a little extra help. So just to break things down a little bit, I have my ametrine here, which is a citrine and amethyst mixed together. This is to represent both my deities that I work with. That's Helios and Hecate. I have the protection ward that my friend gave me, which she's a really close friend of mine. So I thought that having something where I feel strongly connected is good to have with me. And then I have a carnelian egg, usually good for, what do you call it? Inspiration. But then it's on top of this heart, which I thought was just fitting for this love reading. But since I wasn't sure if that was enough prepared, I was like, you know, let me just like open my third eye, and I picked a pencil that's kind of like the same color as me. So I was like, I would just like draw a third eye, pretend that I have like an extra vision or something, and just like, I don't know if this opens up anything. I could be cursing myself right now, but just a little extra help. If it helps me, I might need a little extra help, but I don't know for what reason I might need help. You know, I might need a little extra help. So today, hi Kevin, hi, welcome. Today we're doing love readings. You can see the top questions at the top left here. So I'll be asking about what you should avoid in a partner, what you should look for in a partner, and what is important for your connection. Nezuko! Oh my god, Zenitsu. Yeah, I was just about to say Zenitsu, hello. So we are gonna I mixed it up a little bit because everybody was complaining about how the order is always 1 to 12 or 12 to 1. So this time I did a randomizer. So I don't know exactly the timestamp that will be for everybody, but that's why I record it. So we'll be reading with the anime tarot deck. I'm also going to be pulling one message from the Oracle deck here, and we'll start with Cancer. I'm just going to hop right into it because we have a lot to go through, 12 signs to go through, and I'm sure everybody's excited for their readings. I am a little bit nervous. Like I said, I don't usually read for love, so I'm very curious. It feels like I'm getting a little bit too chismosa, you know? I love the desk. Thank you so much. This is my Orochrony desk mat. It came with my PC because if you saw, my PC is Orochrony themed. She is a Hololive VTuber. She's actually my partner's, one of my partner's favorites VTubers. One of my partners. I say that as if I have multiple partners. No, I have one partner, but one of his favorite VTubers is Orochrony, and she is the fantastic singer. I love her voice. This deck is the anime themed deck, and it's the deck that I most commonly read for other people just because it is kind of like a good general reading deck. Some of my decks are specifically for me. Some of them are specifically for other people. So she's blue like me. Dabba dee dabba die. Dabba dee dabba 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 dee ba bye. Okay, so let me get started first with Cancer. My Cancerians. This is the time stamp. I'm just gonna put it down as 000935. Perfect. And then let's do a quick shuffle here. Capricorn. Capricorn is gonna be my 10th one here. Ooh, okay, so this is what you should avoid, what you should look for. Interesting. And then what is important for your connection? Page of Cups, the Devil. So Devil is a major arcana. Typically with the Devil in upright position is resisting temptation, not indulging too much in other stuff like other worldly things like gambling or other addictions. It could be like you're addicted to a game, or maybe you're addicted to sweets. It could be any unhealthy addiction, basically. But in reverse, let me see what we got here in reverse. This one is the Devil, so number 15. In reverse, it's asking to release, change, break the cycle. So there may be someone who, you're so right, where are the chickens? Ah! I rushed home from work today. I'm so sorry. So I'm always really bad about getting everything ready right before streaming when it's a work day. Dragon Duty's got me by the, you know. Got me by my beard, like a dragon's beard, you know? There we go. And then it should be popping up here in a little bit. Thanks for the reminder, the chickies. How can I have canned chickies without you guys in it? A jar can only be empty for so long, you know? Hi, Bonnie, hi! Hello, welcome. So Cancer, let me see. So as I said with the Devil, it's usually unhealthy addictions, and I have to say, this might be something where you want to avoid anyone who's still fighting their addictions. They clearly have their own kind of journey that they're currently on, and it may not be the healthiest to be involved with this person at the time. I think they will be literally really magnetic to you. Like you're like the type that's like, I can fix them though. No, honey, sweet baby child. It is not going to work out that way. It is really difficult to change someone of addiction, and that's often a journey that's very long and arduous, and I can tell that this is a very big, significant event. Right now, they definitely need to focus on themselves, and it's not something that is our problem to fix, so to speak. They need to fight their own demons in this sense. That's not to say that you can't help them, but I wouldn't get involved romantically with them. Literally you? Are you the red flag? This is, you know, it's funny because this is the Devil. This is literally a red flag. It is literally a red card saying stop, avoid it. It's like a stoplight, you know? This is the person that you should avoid. Something that you might be looking out for as far as like the next partner that you might be looking at, or if you're considering whether the current partner you have is the right one. This is the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this is warning of someone with creative blocks. They might not be, their ideas might not be going as well as they thought. Their feelings might be fluctuating. I guess it might be like a hot and cold type of feeling. They might feel like they have a lack of commitment to you. But I feel like this isn't gonna stay for so long. I think this is about igniting the flame over again. This is about like, so this is basically saying, while fluctuating feelings and poor results are natural, see if there aren't some internal adjustments to make to reignite that flame. Flame. I think it's exactly that. It might be something where it feels hot and cold, and because of that, it's hard to feel invested in the relationship, but it's really just about striking up that really good, like, passion. Striking up where you guys are like flint and steel, you know, to reignite the fire. If neither of you are committed to it, of course you guys won't be feeling the fire, but if you guys are both committed to this relationship, this will work. Don't talk to me, loser llama won't up. What? Hello? Am I the loser llama wannabe? I've been called a devil by a religious person before. I've had it before where, hi Ansel, hi! I've had it before where my friend would get the, you know, people knocking by, have you heard of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, you know? Those people would come by, knocking at the door, and then my friend would just be like, yeah, I'm a Satanist, and then they never came by ever again. They just never came by again. I was like, I can't do that. I'm so bad at lying. So every time they come by, I'm just like, I can't just, I'm like frozen at the door, like, what do? I can't close the door on them, but I can't say that I'm not. It's so awkward for me. I feel like I'm just like frozen in place. I suddenly become like a popsicle and they just got me by the stick. Something. The person who called me a devil was a coworker. What? Is that professional? I have to understand. Hello. what goes on here. And then, well, let me see. What is important for this connection? Page of Cups, feeling like your cup is filled, basically. This is, I feel like this is a relatively young relationship, like something where, not like you guys are both kids or anything like that. I feel like this is a young relationship in that it might be something that just ignited, or maybe it's a crush. It's like towards the beginning of the relationship. You guys might be partners, you guys might have been freshly married, you guys might have been just starting to see each other, like date each other, something like that. I feel like that's where you guys are at right now. Creativity, possibility, messages, and imagination. This is a time where you're gonna embrace a lot of creativity and a lot of like playfulness. I kind of see you guys texting each other like flirty messages. This might be where you're at currently in the connection, and I think part of it is maintaining that throughout the connection. This hot and cold feeling here, I think this is one of those things where you need to keep giving in your relationship. Not like giving, but like you guys need to keep that playful mood going. That's part of what makes you both feel fulfilled, and it's part of what makes that passion so fun and interesting, you know? I think what fizzles out is if you guys make it too set, too boring, you know what I mean? If things are too predictable, you're kind of like, very whatever, you know? So then let's see if we have a message in store here. Let me see. This is actually a new deck, so I think I might have read a little bit with this deck recently. I know if you follow my TikTok, I kind of read with this deck recently on TikTok. Get out! There we go. I feel like I have to flip the whole thing over. This is the Fairies Oracle deck. The Fairies Oracle deck and guidebook, wisdom, inspiration, and magic from folk tales around the world. I love this deck. It has some really beautiful imagery in it, but it has some very interesting advice in here. So I'm kind of curious what it'll say. Do I have any pets? I do. I do. This channel knows if you've been around for a while, or if you've been around only a short bit. I usually like talk about my dog at least once in a stream, but his name is Latte. He is my baby boy, and he is also a little shit, but I love him. He knows high five. He also knows hi Wayo. He knows high five. He knows paw. He knows down. He knows up. He got one of the best emojis, absolutely. He has the best side eye this side of the coast. Let me see. Let's see what we get for Cancer. I love him so much. One of the cards looked like Yome for a quick sec. I'm not surprised because a lot of these are based off of like foreign religions, I would feel like foreign cultures. And the advice here is good things come in threes. That's not to say a throuple situation, because some people take this the wrong way. It is not necessarily a throuple situation, but you might want to look out for angel numbers of 3. So if you see a lot of 3s in succession, or like maybe you happen to look at the clock and it's 3:33, something like that, you might want to look out for that. Let me take a look at my book here to see what this exactly means. So good things come in threes. Page 37. What? So this is the 3A, one of many triads of sisters in Greek mythology. Okay, so when this card is drawn, it's time to make a wish. It's useless always wanting what we don't have, but sometimes we have to dare to make a wish before it can come true. Wishing is a way of seeing the future. Bonus, indulge your love of sweets, especially honey during this time. So to attract the honey, you gotta give a little honey, you know what I mean? So this is something about wanting. You have to want this to work out. That's essentially what it is. Wands is all about passion, inspiration. So if you don't feel any flame, if you don't have any like want to be in the relationship, of course it's not gonna work out. This is just a thing where you need to attract the energy that you want to come to you. So if you're wanting a relationship, make sure you exude that energy. That's not to say go out there and swipe right on every Tinder profile. You do you though, because I want to know what the results are. That sounds hilarious. But in a sense, to attract the right person, they need to give you the same energy that you're giving them. What's the name of the VTuber on your table again? This is Crony, Oro Crony from HoloLive. Woo! I have a smart dog. Yeah, he's such a good boy. He's so smart. But at the same time, he's kind of dumb too. Is that weird? Like, I wish I had an exact example for something he does, but sometimes I just see him look at me and he gives his like little teethy, like he has like side eye, but like a toothy smile. It's like, ugh. It's kind of like that. Like you can see like the corner of his teeth and it's so funny. He has like a slight overbite. Okay, so next one, we have Libra. So Libra is gonna start at 00, 20, 30. Let's do that. Okay, so for Libra people, what do we have for Libra in store today? 우로코다키? 우로코다키가 누구? 누구세요? What is 우로코다키? I actually don't remember. So I missed Taurus? No. So this is actually a out of context. It's out of order. I decided to randomize all the signs today, just to give other people who are kind of in the middle a chance, or anybody who is in the end kind of like a chance to be in the beginning and vice versa. Let's see. Ooh, interesting. Okay, Queen of Swords, the World, and the Chariot. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Queen of Swords. This is what you should avoid in a relationship, and I'm gonna assume that this is anything like sharp people who use sharp words towards you, people that kind of like they don't quite communicate in a way that is efficient for the relationship. Independence, discernment, but in the opposite end, it's cold-heartedness and over-emotionality. So when reversed, the Queen clutches at grudges and resentment. Someone, oh my gosh, I feel bad for saying this, but this is total Scorpio energy. That's not to say avoid Scorpios. Once again, like, Scorpios are some of the sweetest people I know. They are the mother friend most of the time for me. But when it comes to this person, they might be over-emotional, and that's probably because of things that from the past have hurt them. They have reason to be over-emotional, and they have wounds that make them this way, but because of that, their words tend to be really sharp and blunt. Even when they don't intend to hurt you, they kind of tend to hurt. They sting. They want to feel like they're independent, so they have a hard time kind of asking for help, and I think that's where this kind of lack of like empathy comes from. I'm a Taurus. I'm gonna be 13 in May. Wait, what? Holy, I didn't know that was young. I got hurt by a Libra. I've been hurt by a Libra before too. Something to note though, keep in mind your sun sign is your ego, so that's a lot of the outer qualities, kind of like the surface level qualities. Some of the things you might want to look into is your moon sign, which is more about who you really are as a person, and your rising sign, which is also like another big one of the big threes to look out for. So if you find you don't resonate with the message of your sun sign, try to look out for your moon and rising. Those are always good to look back into too. Physically or mentally? So it would be, sun sign would be more like, not quite physically, but it would mostly be like the outer surface. Like when you're meeting someone for the first time, for example, this is like the most prominent feature they think of first. But when you really get to know who you are, that would be mostly like your moon sign. So then here we have the World next. So the World is what you should look for, and this is specifically the World in reverse. So the World, let me see here. Unrealized closure, shortcuts, stalling. You might lack closure due to an inability to let the past go. Alternatively, you might be taking shortcuts towards the completion of your grand journey, robbing you of the life lessons you need to make travel worthwhile. Overcoming difficulties is what creates a true sense of achievement. It's also possible that you're reluctant to move on to the next phase of your life. I think this is a connection. The person that you might be looking for is someone who I've actually imagined that this might be someone you're looking for. I know that this person hurts you, but it's because of the past that they are hurt and thus hurt other people. I think this is something that you guys are meant to work through though, because it's unrealized closure. So these are things that they need closure on, and I think they find that closure and that acceptance of their past through you. Or it could be vice versa, where you need closure and you find that through your partner. Okay. And then we have Zawaru, yeah. Zawaru Mura. The Chariot is last here. So what is important for your connection? This is rushing into things. Chariot is like full blown ahead. They go without thinking. It's a constant like green light. Willpower, success, assurance, action, momentum. So it's important that you keep going and that you, like from the get-go, you go in with the mind of this is gonna happen, this is success. It really gives me the same feeling or a similar feeling to Magician, but this is about like how strong your will is to work on this connection. That is the key to success here. It takes what the lovers teach about self-knowledge and understanding and forges it into a tool of courageous success. So you have to go forward thinking that this will be successful. Charged with determination, and while challenges and roadblocks are inevitable, you need to believe that in the end you will prevail. So this is the message for Libra. Let's see if we can pull an oracle for Libra too. Woo! Oh, there we go. I think with anime boys, it's really like, it's funny because when I was younger, I always thought the anime boys were more attractive, but as I got older, I realized the appeal of the real life, and there's a lot of things that should be said about real life connections. They're the people that kind of like last longer. How to say? 2D boys are the fantasy, but reality can't replace, like, fantasy can't replace reality. And there's a lot of beauty behind reality too. I've kind of realized as I got older. I sound like an old sage. Am I doing this right? Dumbledore. Give me 10 points to Dumbledore. Let's see. Feel the feels. Oh, you might need to feel the feels. Be comfortable with talking about your emotions and feeling things that are uncomfortable. So feeling the feels, let's see where that leaves us here. Feel the feels is on 51, so let's see. Yumbos are fairies of Senegalese folklore who live beneath hills where they enjoy throwing lavish feasts. When this card is drawn, give yourself to your feelings. This is a deeply emotional card embedded with the energy of the moon in the body, which needs not only literal but spiritual nourishment to sustain itself. Eat well and dance in the moonlight. Something that's interesting about this is that it doesn't have the moon here. With anybody who is trying to materialize something, it's kind of unbelievable how strong the power of like the moon magic is. That's specifically during full moons and new moons. So this is actually really important about wishing as well, but materializing things through deeply feeling your emotions, deeply connecting with your significant other. That's going to be the key to making this work, because there are a lot of unresolved issues here. There's a lot of pain or a lot of like past trauma that you're still trying to get over, or that your partner is still trying to get over. And the important part here is to believe the success. I just realized that last reading I was like, you can't fix her, you can't fix him, but this reading is literally like, you can, just believe you can. Libra has a whole different vibe. That's exactly it, Bonnie. You either keep dreaming or you wake up and chase your dreams. There's so much that you can do in a fantasy world, but it never will materialize in the real world if you don't go after it. Exactly that. So, I don't know. Once I got into making my dreams a reality, like, the magic never stops, you know? When you start seeing the good stuff that comes from inside and starts kind of coming out there, you can kind of believe that magic exists in reality too. It's all about if you perceive it. So let's see, the next one here is gonna be Aquarius. Aquarius babies. Did I shuffle? I don't remember. I'm gonna shuffle just in case. So let me shuffle one more time. Woo! I feel so strange. I keep looking. I keep looking at the eye on my hand and I'm like, it's staring at me and that feels weird. I drew it, but it feels so weird. It keeps looking at me. I'm never doing this again. Oh, Page of Cups came back. So Page of Cups, what to avoid. What you should look for. Oh, Queen of Swords came back too. Hello. And the last thing, I shuffled. I swear I did. Aquarius, let me write that down real quick. I definitely shuffled 002958. What sign am I on right now? I'm on Aquarius, but I did do Cancer and Libra just before. And this is supposed to be something where I shuffled all the zodiacs just so everybody can have a chance to be first, last, middle, you know, all that things. I felt bad for the middle children, so fates do be rolling the dice tonight. Major deja vu. My DIY evil eye. That's so true. I actually got an evil eye once, like an evil eye charm, and it broke the day that I got it, which apparently means that it did its job, but that's terrifying. That means, it warded off an evil spirit or some kind of curse. That's terrifying. Who just put it on me like a curse? Who tried to curse me and not say F me to my face, you know? Hi, Wishy! Oh my gosh, welcome back! Welcome! I'm still in my travel tomorrow. I return home. I'm so excited to have you home. Be safe, Wishy. We missed you. Why did one of them look like Clee? Is it this one? No. This one? Does this one look like Clee? It's like older Clee, no? Like grown-up Clee? Kind of. You're a beautiful dragon. Thank you. You guys are looking beautiful tonight yourself. Blushies. The red one. She reminds me of, like, what's that other girl? The one that, like, shoots fire at the beginning that you meet in Genshin. I can't remember because I don't really play Genshin, but let's start here with Aquarius for what you should avoid. What you should avoid. So what we should avoid is Page of Cups. So Page of Cups, creativity, possibility, messages, imagination. They might be someone too young for you, and young not in the sense of age, but maturity. Their maturity level is not quite there. They are definitely more of a dreamer. Maybe that's something that puts you off. Maybe you want to be the one who's always free thinking, because think of it, Aquarius are air signs, so think of Aquarius kind of like a balloon that's always flying. If you both are always flying, none of you guys can ground each other. That's kind of like the feeling I get. So it's not that you dislike this person, it's just that you will never fill your cup with this person. Hi, Aurora! Welcome back! Welcome. Amber, yeah, that's the one, you got it! That's the one. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I have a friend named Amber, and we also went to like a metaphysical store, and we were looking at gems named Amber that were called Amber. It was such a weird, like, it was like playing 4D chess, but with the name Amber. Let's see. Queen of Swords, this is something that you should look for, which again, I'm a little concerned that this is someone who might hurt you. This might be someone that is in your next relationship or in your current relationship. This is someone who is a critical thinker. They tend to be overly critical. The Queen clutches at the grudges and resentment, so oh my gosh. Queen is not a bad person, but this person needs to flip their cards upright for it to be kind of like more direct communication, less of the like emotional response due to past hurt, past trauma. Be careful not to let the act of setting your emotions aside to make decisions turn into letting emotions fester unresolved. They could be the type that feels it's difficult to tell you how they truly feel. The kind of feeling I get is like a tsundere, you know? A tsundere, the person who doesn't really tell you how they're really feeling. So you kind of have to guess a bit. It's good if you have good intuition towards that, but it is gonna be a little rocky at the start is what I feel. Lastly is the World in reverse. What's important for your connection? So what's important for your connection, similarly to the last one or two readings, I can't remember which one exactly it was, but making sure that you have closure. Making sure you have closure and overcoming difficulties is what makes a true sense of achievement. It's also possible that you're reluctant to move on to the next phase of your life. So this is to say that embrace a new adventure. Sometimes the hardest thing when you close the book of one chapter of your life, you're like, okay, I'm fulfilled. I'm exactly where I want to be, but now I don't know what's happening moving forward, and that's terrifying. It's okay to embrace the unknown, jump into that new adventure, even if you're not sure where that leads you. that's kind of like you need to be confident in taking that step forward, starting that adventure over with the Fool so that you can be fully the world again. This person is well-traveled, and I think that's what's part of the fun. It's almost like, oh, the fun is over because I'm done. No, this is just the beginning of a new chapter, and you need to leap forward into that new adventure. So let's see, what does the Oracle card say here? Oh my god, for my 3G, the stream looks so late. I can't wait to hear about your travels. That's exactly what the world kind of is too, so maybe you're finding your world. Aki! Aki! Hi! Hello, Aki. How are you? Haha. Aki, what's your sign again? What is your sign again? I forgot. I love reading the emotes, like how they're called in the where's it called? How it's called in chat, like the stream avatars, because it just looks like pink hand, something like that. Pisces? Oh, you're such an emotional baby. You are very fragile, but you are also very kind, considerate. Let me see here. I'll have to timestamp and let you know what Pisces has for this month. Do you know your moon and rising? I'll probably have to send you that too. She forgot. She forgot. I forgot? What did I forgot? I don't know what I forgot. Aki, we can look for that another time for sure. We'll definitely look at that together sometime. Yeah! Okay. Lay the foundation. Yeah, that's exactly it. Miles! Hi! Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. You forgot what you forgot? What was I forgetting? Wait, what did I forget? Is there something that I forgot? Is there a thing that I'm forgetting? What am I forgot? Who forgot? Hello, hello. Also, I get my astral card with the help of my mom. She knows my hour birth. That's awesome. That's exactly what you need. So once again, if you are looking for your birth chart to know your sun, moon, and rising, you gotta know your birth time, like your exact birth time if you can. And you also gotta know where you were born. So I don't know how to help you if you were born in the middle of nowhere, like Bermuda Triangle ass, like Naruto running into the, what is Area 59 something ass, like I can't help you there. Okay, so Aquarius people, lay the foundation. I think part of what scares you about jumping into something new is that you don't know where it's going, so you need to lay the foundation for what else is coming. Like, you would feel so much more secure if you knew where you stood on. I think that's also comes with kind of like understanding your boundaries, knowing what you like and dislike, what you can and can't give in a relationship. Hi, Kevin! Oh my gosh, hi, Kevin! Let me see here. So let me check what it is exactly, the lay the foundation. I love this deck, by the way. It's so pretty. Let me see. Number 25. Why did I talk like the Burger King foot lettuce person? Number 25. Another Kevin. Kevin squared. I like it. How come they always say Kevin squared and they never say Kevin circle? They never do like the... How do I get a Kevin triangle? Is that a throuple situation of Kevins? Kevin, Kevin, and Kevin. When this card is drawn, think intentionally about what you've been building towards in your life and what tools you still need to get there. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The Menehune are doers and beckon you to do without further delay. Now is a good time to hunker down on a new project or to tackle a household repair you've been putting off. So you can also call me JK. Oh, that's cute. I like it. So my mom's name is similar to OK. So she asked me to help her with making an email. She doesn't use this email, so it's okay. But I remember making it like okay doke or something like that because I wanted her to laugh every time she used the email. But what sucked is that she never used the email because she forgot the password. And she was like, what's the password? I was like, I made it for you, but I used the password that you gave me. What do you mean you don't remember the password? Why don't they... I expected too much for my mom to know what it means to use like any technological advice. JK makes me think of Animal Crossing. I want to play Animal Crossing too. Honestly, it just looks like a lot of fun. It's definitely one of the slower paced games, so I wonder if I would really enjoy the slower pace or if it would be too slow for me. There are some games that are like too slow where I'm kind of like half sleeping, how to say. Like, it's cozy to the extent that I kind of am worried that I fall asleep on stream. I think I was close to doing that a couple times in the past. I used to stream every day of the week, I'm pretty sure, when I first got started in streaming. And so I never understood what it meant to like tire yourself out until I actually hit that crash and burn. Let's see. So we're on Leo 004032. All my Leo babies. Oh my gosh, speaking of Leo babies, I have Leo parents. And Leo parents are so funny because they both think they're right. And they're usually not agreeing about what they're right on. Roar lions! Growl! Growl! Is that scary? Ow! How do lions sound like? There was I remember a quick fact was like, you know that Paramount, it's very scary. Is it? I remember that the Paramount lion, you know, the one that's like goes at the beginning of the Paramount sequence. He actually is voiced by a tiger. It's not even a lion. Roar. Ah! Oh, sorry. Wait, why is this avoiding? No! I get excited when I see... I'm so sorry. I get excited when I see in love readings the lovers. I get excited when I say the lovers in love readings. It usually means that this relationship is definitely like a relationship. Like it's almost like confirmation of a relationship. But the problem is that I put this in the front, which is what you should avoid. And I'm like, am I supposed to avoid the partnership here? In a love reading, I'm supposed to avoid being in a relationship? Is that what this is telling me? Like, that was the lion's victim, so true. It reminds me of that Slay the Princess when I was like caught by the lion. What the? There's even couples and cards while some of us are very much single. Wait, does that mean lays get lay? Never mind. It's okay. It's okay. I too sometimes feel single, and I must say, like, this card always... Hi, sweetie! This card always makes me think that she's pregnant, but that's just her butt, I think. Like, she got badonk. I thought that was a pregnant belly. It's actually badonk, I'm pretty sure. She's not preggers. But I always think she's preggers. Doesn't that look like a pregnant belly? That's her butt. Look respectfully. Leo people are gonna read this and be like, what is going on? I'm sorry. The card is upside down. I thought I drew it upside down. Did I draw this right side up or upside down? In any case, let me see what it reads as. Okay, so it does want to be up, right side up. Sometimes I just kind of have to let the cards fall to see what it is. Because reversed meanings, as in the upside down, is different than the upright meanings. And it's not bad. A lot of people think reversal meanings are bad, but it was upside down. Thank you! A lot of people think reversal readings are bad. They're not always bad. It's actually just another way to read the card. It usually is the opposite of what the upright position means. So let's start first with the lovers. So what you should avoid. I'm wondering if this means that, and I'm gonna just be very blunt because I'm always you guys know this, I don't like to mince words. I'm wondering if this means that the connection that you're currently in is not the right connection for you, but it is a strong connection. Aiming for harmony both with each other and within themselves individually, each lover is learning what they value and desire. I wonder if this is something where you're when you're in this position, it's about the connection not being right at the time. Like, you both have some things you need to learn, and being together actually kind of stops you guys from learning the lessons you need to learn before being with each other. That's kind of like what I'm getting out of it, because it does feel like a connection that's there. It is a strong connection. I'm just not sure if it's meant to be or not based on this. So then let's base it off of what this means. Silly question. Aries reading is in the final, right? No, not at all. So I randomized all the horror, what? I randomized all the orders, yes, for the Zodiac. Oh my gosh, that was so hard. Let's read for what you should look for. So what you should look for is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let me see here. So Ace of Pentacles, Pentacles usually being earth signs. I wonder if it's a financial reason why you guys are having trouble or difficulty, potentially. So financial loss, lack of commitment, lack of security. That's kind of interesting. Ace of Pentacles reversed warns of financial mismanagement and disappointment. It could also mean that the foundation of these new opportunities is flimsy at best. I think this is what this needs to work on. If this is to work together, I think the thing you both need to work on is actually financial stability for this to work. I think you both are struggling with, maybe you guys are still in the middle of finding a new job, new apartment. Maybe this is something where you're trying to move out, or maybe it's something where you just moved out and you don't quite have the funds that you thought you would have. I think this is a thing that you both are trying to individually work on to make this the lovers. Does that make sense? And then what is important for your connection? The Queen of Pentacles, which Pentacles, once again, does have to deal with worldly things. So your money or your job. Queen of Pentacles specifically is going to deal with materialism, laziness, neglect, work home conflict. So I think what's making conflict in your relationship is the money aspect, not being able to be financially secure. As much as like people say money doesn't bring happiness, and it shouldn't be the only reason that it brings happiness, it's one of those things where having stability in a relationship can edge some of the problems that sometimes exist in a relationship. When you are not financially independent, it does cause a lot of strain because it affects so many other aspects of your relationship, where you live. It's how much you're able to afford for things that you need, like groceries. Maybe you need to drive, so you need gas, which costs money. There's so many aspects that kind of spider out that maybe you didn't intentionally see from the beginning, because a lot of people sometimes jump into relationships without realizing that kind of financial dependence that you guys might have of each other. I know that was a big thing for me when I first moved out, because I didn't have money. Like, I had enough saved up for myself, but I didn't account for my partner who moved from far away, looking for a job that took a lot of time. And so it's one of those things where I wasn't as financially secure as I thought, and I had to account for that to make this relationship work. So that's kind of like the reading that I'm getting here. Let's see if we have anything further for the Book of Fairies. So the Book of Fairies, the Oracle messages. What kind of Oracle message do we have for Leo? Leo babies. We have, whoa, this one. I hope I didn't bend the card. I felt like it was like, we have the Queen. That's kind of cool. This is so pretty. Look at this card. It's very like ornate. Oi. It's so weird for me trying to go like reverse of what you guys have. Okay, so the Queen, let me read here. The Queen is gonna be number 47. So this is, don't laugh. Don't laugh at me. Titania? Don't laugh at me. A medieval fairy queen made famous by Shakespeare's A Midnight Dream, or Midnight... A Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay. What brand did you get these tarot cards from? So this one is from, let me see, RP Studio, the Fairies Oracle deck. These are actually, I got this one from Barnes and Nobles. I got this one online through Amazon. Sometimes I've gotten cards gifted to me from another friend who practices tarot, but it can like widely vary how you get your tarot cards. Titania. I'm saying tit way too much and I'm trying not to laugh. And I'm failing miserably. I'm a child, excuse me. When this card is drawn, I hate myself. When this card is drawn, don't be afraid to speak up out of fear of being seen as difficult or quarrelsome. Channel Titania and know that your viewpoints matter. Asserting oneself isn't always easy, but sometimes it's needed. When you say what's on your mind, pay attention to how others respond and whether they're truly listening. Stop! When you guys laugh, I can't help it. Stop! So what's important is being able to stand up for yourself. These are uncomfortable questions to have. This has caused a lot of rifts in a lot of relationships that I've known of, but it also has been definitely a point of not contention, but it's been a hurting point to talk about money, because money's kind of hard to talk about when there's a lack of it. So in this instance, you're supposed to channel your inner queen, and you gotta talk about the things that are hard to talk about, because that's how you make this work. The tough questions, as soon as you're able to find the answers, they're not as tough anymore, right? You need to go through and follow through and be assertive. Listen to if they're listening to you too, because if they're not taking it as seriously as you are, exactly, there ain't no slaying queen when they ain't listening to the queen. Exactly. So, Leos, you guys are the queen today. Let me see here. Next up, we have Aries. Aries is the next one here. So let's see. This is gonna be 005135. Let's see where we're at here. Wow. Aries, let's go! Ikuzo! I love Aries people. Some of my closest friends have always been Aries, but they're also some of my most like flighty friends. Not flighty, but like they go from 0 to 100, and by the time they go to 100, I'm still at a walking pace and they're at a marathon runner pace. I can never keep up with my Aries friends, but it's so interesting to hear what they're doing every time I see them. They're running laps over me and I'm just kind of like, well, as long as you don't step on me, it's fine. So they're wild cards. They're the babies of the Zodiac, how to say. They're the youngest in terms of they're the youngest part of the Zodiac. They're represented by the baby. I think Pisces is represented by the the old man or death or something like that. Like a full circle basically. So I forget which one is which. So confusing. But I love Aries people. They are fire, actual fire, so passionate, always bursting ahead, trying to do what feels right for them. They don't really think before they leap, they kind of just go. In fact, they don't just go, they tag you with them and drag you along the adventure, which is hilarious. What you should avoid, Wheel of Fortune. What you should look for, Eight of Swords, and what is important for your connection, Four of Swords reversed. They're all reversed, interestingly enough. I'm pulling a lot of reversals today. Once again, not a bad thing, just interesting observation. So Wheel of Fortune here, let's see. This one is number 10 of the major arcana. So this is in reverse, what to avoid. I must be the most atypical Aries then. You might be something different in your rising or your moon sign. That could be a thing too. That might also be just how people see you. Like when they first meet you, maybe they think that you're very impulsive, or maybe they think that you're like the life of the party type deal. It's just a thing that people notice about you. It's like the magnetic quality about you. Ooh, by the way, I'm having my drink here. I don't think you can tell, but it's a Gengar. It's like a Pokemon mug, and I love this mug so much. I use this for my fruit punch. I lied, this is totally raspberry lemonade, my bad. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, bad luck, resistance to change, standstill. Someone who's not willing to go the wheel with you, who's not able to roll with the punches, so to speak. When reversed, this card tells you to prepare for a bumpy ride. Your luck may be running out. Be prepared for a sudden change. View this warning as an opportunity to take the reins and be proactive. Alternatively, this card might warn against being resistant to change or tell you that things have come to a standstill. Someone who's kind of stuck where they are at. If they don't look like they're going anywhere with their life or doing anything with their life, it might be that they're not ready to move with you in life. It's kind of sad because Aries people are always on the go and always like excited to do the next thing. So this person, it's almost like you really are dragging them by the heels because they're not ready to jump with you. So the Eight of Swords reverse, what we should look for in the relationship. Eight of Swords, this has to deal with release, optimism, forward movement. So exactly that. It's the opposite of this. You want something to keep going. You want someone who will run and roll with the punches with you. Includes that you might feel trapped or frozen, whether you feel afraid. Oh wait, no, this is the reverse. So you may be finally ready to release yourself from self-imposed restraints. Say goodbye to all the negative thought patterns and overwhelming anxieties, because you're finally in a place to open up and lower those walls. There's someone who's ready for you. They have worked a lot on themselves, clearly, and they're ready to let go of anything that was holding them back before. They're ready to literally cut the restraints off and run with you. I can be quite impulsive, like how I planned a trip to Japan within 1 week and just went for a weekend last year. Oh my god. Was that fun though? I feel like I have to plan something. That's like, I need like an itinerary. There's so many things I want to try in Japan. Specifically, I want to try the Hokkaido milk ice cream, the one that when you flip it upside down, it's like the Dairy Queen ice cream, like it does not budge. I want to try that ice cream. There was like a matcha place I want to try, and I heard that they have a bunch of like animal themed cafes that I'm really excited about, as well as like number one for me is going to, okay, I'm not gonna lie, top two, I want to go to a danso cafe, which is when women dress up as men to like be like a host or bartender for you at like a cafe setting. And then the second one is a yaoi cafe for obvious reasons, really, right? That might be for obvious reasons. I had no idea that they actually had BL cafes out there where you can kind of like watch people be BL with each other. Like pretty men being BL. Don't threaten me with the good time. It's a hell of a feeling though. It's a hell of a feeling though. Alright, it's a hell of a feeling though. Let me see. We have Four of Swords, and this is what's important for your connection. So this is important for you. You don't want someone who is avoiding things all the time. You don't want someone who stays where they're at. This card hints that you might be refusing to take a much needed break. Also could mean that you've been away for too long and that you're avoiding re-entering the fray. Remember that rest is necessary to recharge, so don't forget to pause. But if it's time to get back in the game, don't be afraid to take that first step. This person is literally like, oh no, you taught him! I'm sorry, Maya, I thought you knew! I'm sorry! Oh my god, I feel like I just told my parents that... Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say that it's as if you told your parents what opera needs you to redeem your soul for. Oh my gosh, no, I'm so sorry. So, for Aries people, it's important that this person that you're with doesn't stall you. Like, you are someone who needs to move forward. You can't just be left behind. Like, they're literally gonna be left behind if they don't come with you. You're gonna be already on your way out the door if they don't, like, run with you out that door too. Sorry! Okay, let me see here. So let's get a oracle card for Aries. I want to see, because I'm chismosa, I want to see what we have as a message for Aries people this month. It's gonna be exactly that. Lay the foundation, making sure that you have somewhere to step on, that you know your boundaries. You already built the foundation of where you're gonna spring onto, and it's sturdy the way that you built it. Remember your boundaries. Remember the things that you can accept in a relationship. Remember the things that you don't accept in a relationship. If they are staying behind, you're already way beyond that. You need someone who's willing to go the distance with you. So this is the foundation you've laid. Don't let someone else shake up your foundation and make you change for them. Aries is that strong, independent as. I see. They are strong and independent. I praise you, Aries. Let's see. Okay. Next is gonna be Pisces. I have the flu. I hope you feel better. Oh my goodness, it's time for some OJ. Orange juices. I mean juices. Juices. Why does that feel weird to say? Orange juice. Juicy juice. Let me see. Let's do, so for Pisces, this is gonna be, no, Kevin, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I said, you know what, never mind. I'm afraid it's gonna sound, never mind. It's been like this for 5 days. I'm de-thawing a steak. I thought you said you were I thought you were saying you were de-thawing like a steak for a second. You might have to be careful because with the steak, it can be kind of fatty, so it might feel like it's clogging up your throat. So just make sure that you're having something to help, like warm your body up, like hot tea or something. Let me see. So this is for Pisces 010035. Okay. Let's do it. So. Ooh, Olbus? What is Oh, Minty. Minty sounds good. Of Gojo. I love Gojo. Gojo's really cool. I actually cosplayed Geto before, Suguru Geto. Let me see here. So let's see what we have for Pisces. Ah! Okay, good to know. 6 of Cups upright. Temperance in reverse. And lastly, what's important for your connection? 10 of Cups in reverse. A lot of cup imagery too. Like even in this Temperance, you can kind of see like a cup passing water to another cup. So let's see. With the 6 of Cups upright, this is what you want to avoid. So memories, reconnection, comfort, homecoming, love, tenderness signals a time of revisiting and remembering something you've loved or care for deeply. I think this is someone who's stuck in the past. Like this is someone who thinks a lot about their ex, that type of feeling. I think this is something where you don't want someone whose head is still stuck in nostalgia because you want them to be present in your relationship, your current relationship. It's the feeling of, and I felt this way before, it's like being second place. Even though you're the one dating the person, it feels like they are still stuck on a past relationship. It doesn't feel good. Temperance. So Temperance, this is a major arcana as we have here. So this is balance, healing, and patience in the upright, but right now it's imbalance, extremes, realignment. Warns you of severe extremes. Imbalance is the issue, usually due to overindulgence, ignoring feelings, or trying to force an issue. Oh, I see. I think that you're aware that this person is stuck on an ex, and so this is causing a lot of strain. It's weird to say that you should look for this, but I guess these are things to be made aware of rather than that you want to date this person, you know what I mean? So it's up to you either restore order or accept that what you're trying to actualize won't come to pass. So this is exactly telling you that this person is stuck in the past. It's up to you if you want to try to change them, like make them see the present. But in all actuality, I think it is something that just won't happen, or it might not happen right now. Something that is important for your connection. 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups, this is in reverse. Missing loved ones, friction, miscommunication. Yeah. I think just exactly this, the 6 of Cups, this person who's stuck in the past, it's one of those things that's difficult for you because you do care about this relationship. It's clear because this is a major arcana for you. You've poured a lot of your feelings and emotions. Water signs are all like, any sign of water for me is really just a sign of like a lot of emotions, feeling abundance, but in the opposite sense, it's like lacking abundance. So you're not getting your cups filled by this person. You're always giving them cups. You're always passing on the cups to them, but they're not giving you any back. That's why there's so many cups on the floor here, the 10 of Cups, you know what I mean? So this is going to be very tough conversations to have, and it's going to be ultimately you who decides whether you want to find common ground with them or if you're going to leave them. I really don't think this is it for you though. I think there's somewhere else that will fill your cup way more, because you can kind of see even in this card too, the amount of water you're getting is just this much, this little stream here. But if you look in the background has like this waterfall almost behind her. That's what you could be having, but instead you kind of settle for just this little bit that they're giving you. The color scheme matches. Yeah, isn't that interesting too? Like this purple is kind of matching these cups here. I don't see the green per se, but the purple and blue of this card matches the cups here. So let's see what we have for the oracle messages. So for the oracle messages today, wait, what? They shuffle so good. I love the feeling of these cards. What do we have here? This one. Gold at the end of the rainbow. Gold at the end of the rainbow. So that's kind of an interesting card. I feel like rainbow is like when everything is balanced. 9. So this one is, you may be familiar with the jaunty leprechaun of cartoon cereal commercials, but the leprechaun is actually a fairy of Irish folklore. When this card is drawn, it is crucial that you maintain focus. Your goals are certainly within your grasp, but beware of temptations to take your eyes off the prize. So, I think that this person is right in front of you, and it's the same feeling as when you're at an art gallery and you're standing 2 inches away from the picture, because this person is right in your face. They're the ones that you're kind of concerned with, but because that your eyes are not on any other option. And that's not to say that you should have like wandering eyes in a relationship, but there's so many people that could be treating you much better and giving you this feeling of completeness, like making you feel like you're sitting on a pot of gold. But I think that's like one of those things that you're missing because you're not seeing the rainbow like just beside you. I think that there's someone who's willing to invest in you. Like money for me is a lot of investment, a lot of like stability, and you don't have that right now with this person. So I think there's someone who's willing to give you this completeness, the financial security, willing to help you with like feeling secure and feeling like you are that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Hi, Dragon! Hi! Welcome! Welcome! Don't settle for less. I think there's someone who's really pining for you out there. I think that's exactly what it feels like to me. Pisces people, value yourself more, please. Gemini. Gemini is next. So, let's see. If you guys are just dropping in here, keep in mind these tarot card readings are kind of jumbled right now. I did do a randomization of all the horoscopes, and right now we're on Gemini. Have you done Cancer yet? It was actually the first one I did today. So if you rewatch the VOD, it's at 9 minutes in, just about. So we're currently on Gemini, and this one is 010721. Let's do that. Okay. Wait, which ones did you do already? I've done Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Pisces, and now we're on Gemini. I know. I'm like I want to do my best to try to get randomized in, just because I know a lot of people feel like, oh, mine is always at the end, or mine is always first, or mine is always in the middle. I think this is a great kind of compromise so that everybody is able to get kind of like what they're like, a different thing every time. Oh, interesting. You got 2 major arcanas here. I think this is closer to your alignment and this is closer to their alignment because it's literally like a divide here. But let's start first with the 8 of Swords. This is what you should avoid for February, Gemini. Okay. Oh, I'm about to read from the wrong deck. My bad. My bad. This one is 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords. This is what you should avoid. Release, optimism, forward movement. Indicates that you may be finally ready to release yourself from imposed restraints. Say goodbye to all those negative thought patterns and overwhelming anxieties, because you're finally in a place to open up and lower those walls. This is probably someone who just overcame something really unhealthy or toxic in their life. And I think that they're just freshly off the on the market. This is someone I think who was in a relationship but just got off of it and is looking for a relationship. But I think they're underestimating the time it takes to get over those anxieties and negative thought patterns. I think it's something that they're currently doing really well at, but because of that, you might have to be careful with like whether they are actually ready to be in a relationship. Okay, bye, dragon. No problem. Okay, so then Hanged Man. Hanged Man is usually a time when you need to pause, but when it's in reverse, it's the opposite meaning, of course. So this is number 12. So this one is distrust, delays, resistance, stalling. This might be what you should look for. So it says indicates procrastination, lack of trust, and delays. You aren't putting your trust in the universe. You're just trying to fight the inevitable. When the Hanged Man is reversed, he appears ironically to be standing. He suggests that you've waited long enough. Make that move, take that step, and do that thing. What you should look for. So in my interpretation of this, the Hanged Man, who looks like they're standing, they're ready to move forward. It's funny because it sounds like this, but here. I wonder if this is inevitable to happen, where it's what you should avoid, but it's what you end up looking for. Does that make sense? It's like, this is the person who he's wounded or she's wounded, whoever this person is, but they are ready to heal from their wounds, and so they just put themselves out there again. They're starting to put themselves out there again. And I think someone who is starting to put themselves out there again, ironically, is the one that you're ready to date, the one that is ready to be there for you or come to like into your life. It's so weird. The girl with the moon looks like me. She looks like Yuki. Oh, that's so cool. I love this design too. She's like wrapped up in vines. Usually it is a card that's upside down where she's supposed to stand still and wait a bit. A lot of times when the Hangman shows up, you're actually supposed to be more patient, but in this sense, it's saying to kind of rush into it, which is an interesting thought process. I think maybe it's like me where I think too much about a relationship, whether I should go into it or not. Like I overthink about whether it's the right thing to do, and I just end up going, frick it, I'm just gonna go do it. That's kind of like the energy this is bringing to me. You're just trying to fight the inevitable. It's gonna happen no matter what. Even if you stall it, it's gonna happen. So it's something that will inevitably hit your face is what I think. Like, you're trying to run from one wall, like there's a wall closing in on you and you're trying to run it from it, but then like, it's like the old cartoon Acme films where you just smash your face into the wall in front of you because you're not looking, because you're too busy looking behind you that you completely miss the wall that you're slamming your face into in front of you. Oh my gosh, that imagery is so funny to me. Okay, Emperor. So lastly, this is important for your connection. The Emperor, the person who's kind of like in control, sitting on this throne here. This is usually a man that's ruled by logic, authority, a lot of rules. They use strategy and authority to create and maintain structure and manage responsibility effectively. Skilled at approaching roadblocks in order to achieve goals and maintain order. He's a powerful paternal figure who offers firm direction from a place of experience and expertise. So I don't know if this is you or your partner. I actually think this is the partner because he's already been through so much. He's been hurt many times, but because of that, he kind of knows the rules that dictate what he should be looking for and how he should appear in the next relationship. He's the one that kind of sets the boundaries with you. The person that you're inevitably gonna find needs to stop. Kevin. This person. You know, that might be it. Actually, they could be like the daddy Dami figure or the mommy Mirist figure. They are the one who they add the structure in a relationship. Sometimes like rules aren't meant to be like limiting you in a relationship. They're actually supposed to help foster you more in the relationship. Howdy, Effie! I have a crush on my Snartner. Do you think they like me back? Will the cards tell me? I have a hint for you, Effie. I think that your Snartner, I think they're crushing on you back too. Everybody say hi to Effie. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen Effie in so long. How are you? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see what we have here. I really do think this is a situation of someone who's been hurt but knows their boundaries and places that on you not to restrict you, but so that the relationship is able to happen. Hello, Effie. Yeah, Effie is a sweet cat. I love Effie. Meowdy, Miri. Glad to catch a stream of yours. Meowdy, Effie. I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Yeah, Effie is a sweet cowboy cat. Excuse me. He's a long-term friend too. We've been friends for a while now. Oh my god, the Nezuko? This one is Desire. This one is like a mermaid almost. Do you see that? It's like a siren's call. Desire. I would ask what's a Snartner, but want to keep my instant. No! No, it's nothing bad, I swear. A Snartner is his snake partner because he is a snake. They are a snake office worker. Effie's partner. So Miri represented me in court when no one else would. Oh my goodness. And I totally blew the case, but I blew up the whole courtroom too, so I think it's fair. Let me see. This one is Desire, so this is 81. Ooh. I heard Catboy. Yeah, Effie is a Catboy cowboy. He's the darn tootinest around this way of the West. When this card is drawn, so Undine is a figure of European myth. A water nymph with a beautiful singing voice who becomes a human after she falls in love with a man. Just like the Little Mermaid. Okay. When this card is drawn, you may want to examine your desires, whether they're romantic or related to career, creativity, or something else. What do you want right now and why? Consider if what you want is truly what would be good for you at this moment. Sometimes our desires reveal authentic needs, and other times they're based in jealousy, peer pressure, or even selfishness. Selfishness. Question your desires, and if it's what you want, then go for it. So think before you leap. Ask yourself if this is something that you want because it is for your benefit, or if it's like, okay, so like I'm gonna be real, like the daddy dami types, a lot of times I think people take the Christian Grey and they go too ham with it, and they don't realize the actual rules and boundaries that go into like that type of relationship, if that's what you're into, you know. But it's really important to enforce your rules and boundaries, but not lose yourself in that relationship. I really think that this is a sign of like, yes, this is a very powerful figure. This is someone who seems like they're in control of their life, or that they're getting control of their life. But you shouldn't lose your voice in that relationship too. Don't lose your beautiful song. Your song is what brought them to you. Now you need to make sure that your voice is still heard and that this relationship isn't speaking over you. Yeah. I would say smash, but I don't think I should go for Snake Lady's mate exactly. Sorry, champ, I'm gladly taken. No. But is he your Poggy Woggy champ? Can he be your Pog champ? Wait, let me see here. So this one now is gonna be Taurus. Taurus. That is 01/17/33. Okay, for Taurus babies, what do we need for February? Let's see. Ah! I made a huge mess. I'm about to play 52 pickup with my cards. Oh no. Oh no. Darn tootin' but fair. Taurus! Taurus people, I love Taurus. Taurus is actually a great match for Aries, is what I heard before. I'm bad at figuring out what matches for who, but when it comes to Taurus, they tend to be called like the boring one of the zodiac. I don't think that's true. I think with Taurus, they tend to be the most reliable one of the zodiac. They're the ones who kind of like, you know, like if you get to jail for some reason and you're like, oh my gosh, who do I call? I feel like a Taurus friend is always the one you want to call, because they'll be the ones who like, okay, what happened this time? What address do I need to pick you up at? Like, they're the ones who kind of take care of you. That sounds like the mom, but I actually feel like they're more like the cool dad of the like zodiac. Is that weird? Like, it's not like the mom where they kind of like are not nagging you a little bit, but in that same vein, you know, a little overbearing, but they're the person who kind of like are hands off with you, lets you still go do your thing, but also will be there for you when things inevitably go awry. I call a friend that can post bail. Exactly. Indeed, got a ride or die in Taurus, homies. Exactly. They are your ride or die. They're very loyal to a fault sometimes. So we have what you should avoid is the Empress. What you should look for is the King of Wands. And what's important for your relationship? 5 of Swords. So the Empress here, the Empress, this is like the counterpart to the Emperor. The Emperor is like the person who rules logic, right? But the Emperor, our Empress, is someone who rules like abundance, creativity, nurturing. They are the feminine side, whereas logic is typically like the more masculine side. They're like the more earthly side. So Empress represents creativity, motherhood, and femininity. She indicates that there can be abundant growth, whether it be personal, professional, or interpersonal. She cares for herself and those around her, nurturing them with patient affection and love. Pulling the Empress is a sign to luxuriate in the beauty that you see around you. Be inspired and create. I have a feeling that this person isn't bad. It's just the person who is not ready to commit to a relationship. This person is so involved with their creativity, with their passions, with their studies, that sometimes they don't look around them. If a male got an Empress card, does that mean they're femboy? No, that's not exactly it. So it doesn't necessarily read that way. Even like very masculine men that I've met in my life can sometimes pull more feminine cards, and that's just someone who tends to be needing something in their emotional side, or needing something where they need like their cups filled in a sense. So they need something nurturing, like growth. How to say? It's like emotional growth a lot of times too. I really feel like this person is not a bad person. They really are an all-rounder. In fact, I think this person is very enchanting, alluring, but they're not ready for a relationship, or rather, it's not that they're not ready, they're not looking. And I think that's why they're not available to be present in the relationship, whoever it is that you're looking at right now. So what you should look for, the King of Wands in reverse. So King of Wands in reversed. Let's see here. So the King of Wands, impulsiveness, haste, high expectations, what? So the King of Wands can be a little too controlling, overconfident, and hyper-competitive. The King might be advising you to be cautious in wielding your power and to be more thoughtful and considerate in your leadership. It's weird, but I think you kind of like that. Do you like competition in a relationship? I feel like they inspire you to be... It's weird because it's reverse and it sounds like a negative thing, but I think they inspire you. Do you know the anime Special A? It reminds me exactly of Special A, when the girl was like number 2 in the class always, but the guy was number 1, and it gave her something to compete over all the time. She felt inspired to be better and to keep going, which inspired him to also like want more or to do better too. I really feel like you guys bring out the best in each other in that sense, and that's just the feeling I get from the card. I don't read this as negatively as the book intends it to be. I really just read this as they light you up on fire, and then you both just start a storm like a wildfire. You guys rile each other up, but it's kind of like in a playful way, really funny way. 5 of Swords, what's important in this connection? So the 5 of Swords, this one is baggage, toxicity, resignation. I really think that this one, so it can mean 3 things, it says. So oh wait, no, this is upright. So this is ego, conflict, negativity, defeat, competition, detection. I think that this is actually making sure that your ego doesn't get bruised in this. I think it's really easy in competition to bag on each other, and there is playful like you know, playful elbow knocking with each other. This is the thing where I think sometimes you guys take it a little too far and you hurt each other. This is something actually just to be aware of. Like, keep your egos in check. Make sure that this playful rivalry is just that, a playful rivalry where you're not actually like fighting each other to argue. It's not to tear each other down, but it's to bring the best in both of you. You guys are able to show up in the relationship and be the best version of yourself because you challenge each other to be better. It's not a competition in a sense of bringing the other person down or stepping over the other person. It's a competition because you guys are constantly lifting each other up to get to the next height, like urging each other to get to that next high. You know what I mean? The fact that I'm making my YouTube banner while listening to you. Ooh, someone's getting their bag and getting started in the content creation field. I love that. Oh my goodness. I think I made my first banner off of MS Paint a long time ago. I made my first banner off of MS Paint, and I think, what did I draw? I think I tried to draw like a cherry blossom tree with a lamp post. That was like my very first YouTube banner when I tried to first get into content creation when I was really young. MS Paint ass drawing. So I should challenge my wife to a duel. Got it. She might appreciate the duel. She might be like, oh, you said this? Then I'ma one-up you this way. That might be kind of fun. Keeps things spicy. I love a good competition sometimes, honestly. As long as, like, you know that it's for play and not for serious. You know what I mean? Sounds kinky. Exactly. What up, each other? Get ready for the next step. Ooh, this one. Good things come in 3. So once again, seeing those angel numbers, attracting the energy that you want to attract, which is exactly important for this relationship. Once again, you don't want this to be a battle where feelings get hurt. You want to have that same playful energy reciprocated back at you. It's almost like looking at a mirror with each other. That's kind of like the vibe I get. It's like bouncing back between 2 mirrors. Like what's at the end of it, you know? You're staring into yourself when you see this other person, and it's exactly like this, honey to the bee. Like, these girls are meant to be like bees. You guys are like honey to the bees, exactly like that. Aww, this is actually really cute. I think this is a really fun dynamic. I'm very excited to hear in the next month, if I do hear about anything, what happens for Taurus people. Okay, so let's see. Get ready for the next battle. Choose your challenger. Smash. Oh my gosh, it's actually Smash, but with people. Let's see, Scorpio babies. So Scorpios, my babies, you guys are 01, 26, 10. So let's write that down. Okay. Can you believe this? We're now 3/4 of the way done, and it's only been an hour and a half. Usually these last so much longer for me. I don't know why. I guess I'm very jazzed up about these. These are super fun. I've never done love readings like this before. This is super fun. Hi, Dream. Hi, welcome back. Welcome, welcome. We are still currently on Scorpio. We just got started with Scorpio, actually. Let me see. So the Knight of Wands, what you should avoid. Hierophant, what you should look for. Okay. And then the High Priestess in reverse. Someone who doesn't know themselves, I feel like, doesn't really look into themselves a lot. Okay, before I go into this one though, let's start with the Knight of Wands. Someone who rushes into the throes of things. Gives me like Aries energy, if I'm being real. So Knight of Wands, where is... Wait. Here we are. So Knight of Wands, energy, adventure, inspired action, new beginnings. They are new to the dating scene, I think. I think this person is like ready to rush into the next person that sees them and is even remotely interested in them. They're full of enthusiasm, optimism. You might even be, if they're looking at you for this relationship, you might even be their first crush, first love, first relationship that they're looking into. I really think that this person is just very excited to be out and about in the dating scene, and you're not really about that energy. Kind of like looking into this energy, like take a look at the difference between these two. She's like ready to go, ready and raring. She's on her horse, and he's kind of like chilling. He's like almost like a teacher vibe, and that's kind of what the Hierophant feels like. Let me show here. So the Hierophant is number 5. So this one is the 5th major arcana, spiritual beliefs, doctrine, tradition, education, conformity. So the Hierophant leans less towards personal intuition and more towards the wisdom, tradition, and knowledge of trusted authority figures. So he is someone who's very knowledgeable, very worldly. I think you're looking for someone who's more experienced, honestly. Someone who has been around the world or knows like some very worldly knowledge. Maybe they're super into their education or their certain field that they're into. They're very passionate about it. Miri, me and you should do a YouTube channel challenge. I'm kind of like doing my own solo content. So for me, I'm just going through and feeling out what feels good for me. I'm a Gemini. Gemini would be, let me see, I just did Gemini a couple readings ago. It was hours, 7 minutes, 21 seconds. I'm back. Welcome back, Dragon. Welcome, welcome. So let's see. This one is what you should look for. So it's clear that you want someone more mature, someone who already has their hands kind of, they've already been around, they've already dated, so they know what they like, they know what they dislike, and this person is actually pretty knowledgeable and keeps their head pretty level-minded. Like, they're pretty level. The High Priestess. The High Priestess in reverse specifically. What is important for your connection? So the High Priestess in reverse, this one is the secrecy, blocked or neglected intuition, spiritual denial. You'll know it basically when you see it. When you find this person, you already know right off the bat that you've met the right person, because you have to have the right feeling about them. If you have blocked intuition, it's kind of like you don't trust yourself. I think you need to trust yourself more in making the right decision. You'll know the person is right for you because they check off all your boxes, and basically digging into your subconscious and following your gut. Pulling the High Priestess means that turning inward and focusing on your inner life will help you. When reversed, it might be that you're ignoring your intuition, or that you may be keeping things to yourself. You need to trust in yourself more. Yeah. Be wary of secrecy when transparency is best. Be honest with yourself. Okay, wait. First, I need to know what your card is here. I gotta go for dinner. Good night. Good night, Dragon. Mine was make a wish and eat candy, and number 3. Number 3 is really important for like angel numbers. Actually, let me check this out really quick because I'm very curious. Angel number 333 meaning positivity, spirituality, and mental peace and abundance in life. Considered a sacred number among all the other numbers, people who encounter this number will flourish in your love life and relationships. So that makes sense. You are looking for the number 3 to show up, whether that's 333, March 3rd, something where the number repeats. You just might happen to notice the number 3 a lot. Bad company. Bad company. Something to be wary of, it looks like. A warning. So once again, for Scorpio people, bad company, we need to make sure we're staying away from it. Let's see. Bad company is gonna be 75. So 75. Wah. The unseelie court, opposite of the seelie court, is a category in Scottish folklore used to describe fairies who are darkly inclined. When this card is drawn, you might be dealing with some negative energy. If you're feeling tired or low, or you're just in a bad mood, do something nice for yourself to replenish the good vibes. Get back to a place of feeling solid. Bid these unseelie fairies goodbye by saying some positive affirmations to yourself or writing them down. Be easy on yourself. I think this is exactly why you haven't been able to trust your instincts. I think because you have bad company around you, and I really do think this is not necessarily bad company as in like the feeling of negativity. You might have some friends that are not quite actually friends for you. You might have some company where it might be like family, friends, acquaintances, people who are trying to get in your circle who might not necessarily be looking out for the best for you. I think there's a lot of people who envy you. And so you're lacking your trust in your intuition because these people are making you doubt. You need to fill yourself with more positive energy and more positive people in your life so that you can find the right person in your life. Heart emoji has 3. Yeah, it does! On the app, you said, did you draw the banner that means? Yeah, I drew, well, no. If you're talking about my banner on my current, this banner was actually drawn by Benny on Twitter. And then I also had a person who has more graphic design talent than me, where graphic design is their passion. They were the ones who made my banner, but I did have all the input on what I would like for each of those items. So I asked them for certain things, they put it together according to what I requested, and it happened. Bing, bang, boom. Hi, Daxie! Hi! Oh my gosh, hi, Daxie! How's that cosplay going? I feel so bad that my hair is such a mess. I can't believe you're gonna cosplay me. That's crazy. Let me see. We are on Capricorn right now. So if you just turned in, all the signs are being mixed up right now. I'm on the last 3 signs actually. And the last 3 signs are gonna be Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Virgo. So it's extremely fun. I wish I thought like you when I was into cosplay. I wish I thought of you like that excitement feeling, because all I could feel every time I saw a really complicated hair or outfit was, oh my gosh, why did I do this to myself again? Why would I do this to myself again? I literally say, like, every time I'm gonna find something easy to do so I don't stress myself out, and then I have a new anime come out and I'm like, I'm gonna pick that one with the complicated everything because it's won my heart. So mine's last. Ooh, Virgo. It's Virgo like me. Perfect. I think last but not least, you know. Guess I'll go back and watch Gemini. If you're looking for Gemini, it's gonna be 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 21 seconds in, just about. And I'll be posting the timestamps in this VOD later, so if you can't catch your reading, or if it's missed, or if it's coming later and you can't stay, that's totally fine. I'll make sure to put it in the description so you guys can check back. Yeah! We got some other Virgos in the house! Yeah! I'm a person of the Hermit Arcana. I like the Hermit Arcana actually because it vibes with me exactly. I am someone who likes to stay inside to myself, kind of like a lot of introspection. So Capricorn, 8 of Pentacles reversed, 7 of Cups reversed, Knight of Cups reversed. What is with all the reversals today? Am I doing... I'm like, I definitely shuffled. What happened? Hi, everybody. Hello. Reversals. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know exactly what it means to get a lot of reversals, and to my knowledge, there's not an exact reason why a lot of reversals may show up in a reading. It just kind of happens, but that's kind of like an interesting thing that's been happening a lot today. Reversals. Stop, Kevin! Oh my god. Okay. Let me see. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. This is the one that we are avoiding. I can't even get my words straight anymore. Why? I'm back. I'm sitting at the table. We're gonna read in some minutes. Okay, absolutely. Welcome back, Wishy. Fun fact, in Persona 4, the character that represents the Hermit Arcana is a fox. Foxes are my favorite animals too. I'm so woozy. What did you have alcohol? Did you have a drink? Were you out in the sun too much? Make sure you drink a lot of water if you're gonna eat. Drink a lot of water with your food, which reminds me, cheers guys, if you haven't drinking your water yet, make sure you have a sip. Cheers, dink. Okay. Wait, you like Persona 4? I wanna play Persona. There's a couple of series that I want to play the entirety of because I have not played them. Metal Gear, was it Solid? I want to play the Metal Gear series. I want to try the Devil May Cry series. I want to try Persona series, Danganronpa, Yakuza. There's so many series that I want to try, but I just haven't gotten into any of them yet. There's a lot of games that I want to play and I just haven't started, but definitely like all of those are on the list of things I want to try. I'm a little sad because my headphone broke recently. No! That just means it's time for a new one soon. Something to be excited for, at least. Just woke up. Good morning, Daxi. Good morning. Ooh, you're going to love Mikan from Danganronpa. Would I? I played Persona 4 Golden and I had Persona 5 Royal. I'll play Persona 5 when I buy a PS5. I don't have a PlayStation. Do I need one to play any of these games? Yeah, exactly. Upgrade time. Persona 5 is a great entry along with 4. Can't recommend to OG Persona 3, but maybe the remake? There's so many things to consider. That's the other thing. I remember like when I wanted to watch Cowboy Bebop, and my friends were telling me like, don't watch the OG Cowboy Bebop in the order it's in. Like, don't watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, don't do it like that. They were like, there's a certain order off of this certain website that you have to follow if you want to watch everything in chronological order. My brain was just spinning. I was like, you're saying a lot of words and I don't understand any of them. I should probably change this timestamp because I'm talking a lot. My bad, Capricorn. So we're currently on Capricorn, and we only have 2 more signs after this, Sagittarius and Virgo. Those are my last 2 signs, so every other sign has been read. I played all Devil May Cry games that I have DMC5. I'll play that when I have a PS5. Man, all y'all got got the cool new systems. I want to play all these fun games. I might not be the best at them. I was listening to Alpharad talk about this too, where he was like, I might not be the best at Toho, but I love Toho games. That's how I feel about a lot of games. I'd rather just play them for the fun of it and die a lot for shits and giggles. Like, I don't care if people watch only because I die a lot, because that's part of the fun of it too. I would rather hit my head against the wall over and over again just to have that one instance of passing the wall, you know? That feeling when you get past a roadblock is amazing. Excuse me, Capricorn, sorry, let me push that back again. 139, 28, okay. So 139.28, let's start there. So 8 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Impatience over or underwork, shortcuts, burnout. So you don't want someone on either end of the spectrum where they are too busy for you, or maybe they don't work at all. You like someone who is ambitious, it seems like. Someone who is hardworking, but can also prioritize. So that, you know, you're not left behind. A lot of people sometimes are too engrossed in their work where they never get the chance to really listen to you or to really make time for you. You need someone who's able to prioritize and balance that. Toho also has some good music. I want to play Toho because of the music. I will admit, I don't know anything about Toho except for Bad Apple, I think is the thing. I think that's the only thing I know about Toho, and I don't even know if that's actually Toho. 7 of Cups, let's go there. So this is what you should look for. What you should look for is a 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is in reverse. So delusion, being overwhelmed, over idealizing, lack of perspective. So 7 of Cups warns against being so taken with these many choices that you're overwhelmed with options and your mind runs away with potential outcomes. So it sounds like this is the person that daydreams a lot. You might be that person daydreaming, and honestly, I think that's what it is. It's kind of like window shopping for people. Like, oh, I wonder what it would be like if I dated this person. I used to do this a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would be looking at people being like, I wonder what would happen if I dated them. This is when I was really single and really alone. That was single Pringle era Miri. That was really sad single Pringle era Miri. That's like soggy chip Miri. Oh my gosh, that was the worst Miri. Oh, if you're looking at this person is, I feel like they have their eyes on too many options where they're not seeing people for who they are, but they're actually just seeing people for what they think they could be. This is the exact equivalent of like my era where I would play games like what's that game that's really popular right now? Love and Deep Space. I would play that being like, why can't real people be like this? Why can't like real life men be like this? And I would imagine what that's like with other people. I gotta do my chores now so I can continue some business later. Good luck, Daxie! Bye! Bye-bye, love you. Mwah. It do be like that sometimes. It really do. Hi, Mystery! Hello! Bad Apple can be played anywhere. It's so true, though. Ooh, your profile picture is Toho? It's really cute. Oh, so single Pringle life. I really feel like this is a person who romanticizes a lot. They are a daydreamer. That's not a bad thing, but I think that it's easy to get lost in fantasy. And so I really think this is an effect of if you are in a relationship where they're overworking or underworking, they're not giving you enough attention to keep you grounded. And so you're forced to kind of like, you know, brain shop a little bit, like, let me just daydream about my love and deep space type of person. Knight of Cups. This is something that is important for your connection. Knight of Cups. So this is the unrealistic expectation, moodiness, and overactive imagination. I feel this so deeply, it's so sad. Oh my god. So this is not bad, but it really is just that feeling of I'm not getting the attention I need from the people that I want the attention from, so I fantasize about what that could be like, and that can be very lonely in it of itself, but it's not bad to dream, because when you do dream and you really think about your boundaries or what you want in a relationship, it's nice to have that set of rules, but it's just important that you take that set of rules and you take it with you into your relationship. There are things that you, of course, should budge on, or that you might change to be flexible for the other person, but think about your non-negotiables. Think about why you're fantasizing about these things, or if the reason you're fantasizing about these things is because you're not getting it in the relationship you're in. It's really important to find yourself fulfilled just as much as you want to fulfill someone else. This cups is someone who really wants to fill their cup, someone who's rushing to fill that cup, but you don't want to throw anything in it just to fill it. You know what I mean? You could be throwing in water, you could be throwing in gasoline, and I would not drink that cup of gasoline. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. So let's see what we have in our book of fairies, something to watch over you or something to guide you. What kind of message do we have for you? And this once again is my Capricorn babes. So Capricorn babies, we have jokes on you. What a playful spirit. What is this? So jokes on you. This one is the, let me see, 57. Ooh. The Paris? The Paris are fairies of Persian mythology, regarded as neither completely good nor completely evil. This kind of reminds me of Loki. Loki, like the character, not Loki, high-key, like that, not that Loki. You might want to cut back on Ryan Gosling movies to reduce fantasizing. He was the one in The Notebook, right? I've never watched The Notebook, but all I remember is that scene with all the geese. Like, there's a bunch of ducks or geese, and I just worry about being chased. Like, birds are cute, but they're also fierce. And my fear is to be pecked by a bevy of burbs. Is that stupid? We have workplace incidents sometimes where the workplace incident is people being chased by the Canadian geese around our workplace. There are people who've gotten, I think, workers' comp from being chased and bitten down by birds on our campus. For some people, it's never enough. Geese are jerks. They can be jerks. Exactly. That's kind of like what this gives me for some reason. They have teeth. Yeah, I think they have teeth. I think they have, I don't know why I tried to grab this like it's a mouse. So let me first read this. So when this card is drawn, take extra measures to be organized. Maybe it's time to clean your room or tidy the shelves. Uncluttering your space can unclutter your mind. If cleaning is meditative for you, let your mind wander as you clean and consider what message the Paris might be sending you. I'm really curious actually, so I want to look that up. Do geese have teeth? I knocked down my protection. Do geese have teeth? Oh my god, they do. That's terrifying. I'm gonna show you, but I'm terrified for myself. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I will put it up here for you guys in a second. What is that? It's actual nightmare fuel. What is that? You guys are gonna see what I see. Don't judge me. What? I knew geese had something. What is that? Oh. Why you gotta look like that? Oh my gosh. This is actually me during Thanksgiving dinner. What is Is there actually like a horror movie with this in it? Because this is terrifying. They could write actual horror honks from this. Honk-a-honk. Demonic burb. Oh my goodness. Honk, honk, honk. I could see it in my nightmares already. Why is its eyes so blue? That's like bluer than my eyes. That's crazy. Actual demon bird. This is the actual stuff of nightmares. People think that fiction is scary. Nah, truth is scary. Reality do be scary because it's real and it's out there, and it's not even in Australia. Wah. Okay. So basically, take some time to ground yourself. Don't look up pictures of birds with teeth because that is the nightmare paralysis demons. Yes, exactly. So stay away from your nightmare paralysis demons. Stay closely on your meditation and figuring out why your eyes be wandering, why you are looking for other people instead of what's in front of you. Geese and emus, the apex predator. Have you heard of that emu war? I think it's intense that an emu, like a flock of emus, could knock people down. Like, they couldn't overthrow emus. What is... They're like big human dinosaur boards. Borbies. Little Borbies. Yeah, they won a war. That's insane. They would go out there and attack, and they could still never get rid of them as fast as they could, like, have more emus on the way. They won a war against Australia. Exactly. A whole country waged war, and they could not get rid of them. They sell insurance? Are you talking about Affleck? Affleck. Let me see. Oh. I don't know why I drew that, because we're on a new... Excuse me, my brain. Okay, so let me start now. We are with Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, friends, 149.40. Let's write that down. So 149.40. I feel bad for Scorpio people who are gonna look at their reading and be like, oh my gosh, I have an extra long reading, but it's actually me talking about games and demonic geese. I only know they sell insurance, the yellow one. They have a yellow insurance emu. If they have the durability of an emu, it might actually be insurance worth looking into. So let me try shuffling one more time. I feel like I need to shuffle one more time here. Okay, let's see what we got. So, Sagittarius, what are we looking for? What are we avoiding? What is important for our connection? So what we should avoid? The Hangman upright. Or reverse. King of Cups reversed. And 10 of Cups. I swear I shuffled these cards! I'm not purposely pulling reversals, but here they are, so... Okay, what we are avoiding... Someone who, I think, leaps before they think. This person needs to stall a little bit longer, actually. Let me see here. So again, the Hanged Man in reverse, distrust, delays, resistance, and stalling. Not willing to go to that next step. I think they're too stuck in their own head and they're not ready to let go, which is why they're jumping in but still holding on to what's behind them. You can't really jump forward when you're holding on so hard, you know? Liberty, 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 liberty. Bop, bop, bop. Not sponsored. Trying to fight the inevitable. When the Hangman is reversed, he appears ironically to be standing. Suggests that you've waited long enough, make that move, take that step, and do that thing. I really do feel like this is someone who isn't trusting the process. I feel like they have been stuck in whatever is holding them back for a while. So they've actually been in the Hangman position for a while, but they can't think clearly, so they're still trying to like meditate on it. I think they need to trust the process and let go, but they're not willing to do that yet. King of Cups, reverse. So what you should look for. King of Cups in reverse. Let me see. This is the Kami King, so moodiness, emotional manipulation. What? King of Cups indicates insecurity, addiction, avoidance, and shame. A reverse king looks to escape reality through vices, even manipulating or betraying those close to him in order to do so. If this describes you, seek compassion, self-compassion in order to achieve balance. Okay. If I'm being honest, I think this is if you have someone who is stuck in this reverse Hangman position, I think what you need to look for is that they are ready to like look at that stuff. I think what is holding them back is that insecurity, addiction, avoidance, and shame. They probably feel shameful for something that's happened in their past, and that's what's avoiding, like them avoiding from moving forward. And I think that's why for you, it's actually showing them compassion. I think that they've been hurt a lot. They've been manipulated a lot in the past. And that's something that they kind of avoid talking about with you because it's not fun to talk about these things. It's like, darn it, Jeffrey, why'd you have to take my heart and rip it? I don't know. It feels like that weird like high school romance that you just couldn't shake off. It could be like a high school or college connection. It just feels like something that was very superficial. They broke their heart, and so they can't quite piece it back together because they feel like a lot of shame. It's like, I wasn't enough, or I didn't do enough to keep myself in this relationship. But you're kind of needing to share that compassion with them so that they can see you were enough, you just weren't for that person. That's what it feels like to me. 10 of Cups reverse. This is what is important for your connection. So 10 of Cups in reverse. This has to do with missing loved ones, friction, miscommunication. 10 of Cups warns that you might have to make some adjustments, have some tough conversations, or go out of your way to adjust someone's presence or absence in order to achieve harmony and togetherness. Yeah, I really think that this person is not in the Hangman Upright's life anymore. Whoever this Hangman Upright is, or reversed is, they don't have this person anymore, and so they keep being stuck on this person of like, they're the reason why they think they're not enough. They're the reason why this person has disappeared from their life. They feel a lot of shame towards that, and so it's hard to move forward. You might need to make some adjustments for them to feel comfortable to open up to you in the relationship, and that's just kind of like what it is. It's not about like kind of being their mom or anything. It's not about caring for them, like being a parental figure or stepping in and making them talk. It's about like being ready for them to like facilitating a place where they feel open enough to talk. And it's something that you're gonna have to be really patient with because they've been stuck in stalling for a long time now. So that's what it feels like here. Let me do a oracle pull here. So for our oracle message, let's see. For oracle message, we have, ooh, this one. Lighting your path. I think that's exactly what you're doing for them, actually. Look at her, sexy. I think this, you see the sun here? It's kind of interesting because you have the what looks almost like the moon here, you have the sun behind him here, and then you have the sun up here. So I really do feel like you're kind of like creating the path for them to move forward. You are the light that helps them to move forward. Pretty ladies, yes, we love beautiful ladies. It's a really cool card. I love it, with like down to the background with all the mushrooms and the vegetation. It's really pretty, because one of the things that's interesting about this too is that plants need light to grow, and in that same way, I think that whoever this partner is trying to grow towards you. Like, you're the sun, they're trying to grow because you're nurturing them, you're helping them grow out of it. Because one of the things that I think of is, for example, like lotus flowers. They have to push through mud and dirt to be able to bloom on the surface of the water as a beautiful flower. That's kind of like what they're going through. They're trying to chase after the sunlight and move past the dirt and muck to be able to bloom. And you're kind of the thing that does that for them. So the sun lighting your path. Let me see here. Where is that? Lighting your path is page 7. So this would be Join the Wad, a fairy of Cornish folklore, often depicted naked on metal charms that were traditionally worn or carried for good luck. Thank you for being clothed for this picture so that I can stay monetized on YouTube. Just kidding, I don't make money on YouTube. I'm freaking lying. When this card is drawn, it speaks to the nature of walking in shadow, how no one is ever truly journeying alone so long as they're seeking light. Let Joan the Wad illuminate a path forward. Perhaps it's one that you hadn't considered or are resisting. Keep an open mind. Consider making your own good luck charm by blessing a necklace, ring, or something shiny with this fairy's spirit. So it's exactly that. You kind of light the path for them, and you might want to consider like having some kind of, it kind of sounds dumb, but a lot of people feel much more assured with some kind of like jewelry item that they are given from their partner. You might need like a necklace or a ring or something to help you feel more secure. Sometimes people just need that physical reminder of their partner, and I feel like that's the case for you or for your partner. So this is for Sagittarius. Yes. And last but not least, we have Virgo. So Virgo, this is gonna be 0158. Let's do 30. Okay. Last one of the Zodiac. If you've been waiting, thank you so much for being patient. Exactly, our time has arrived. We're here. I see you. You are seen. Okay, so Virgo babies, let's talk. Let's see what we got here. What do we have to look for? What do we avoid? So what should we look for? Or what should we avoid rather? What time? It's gonna be 0158:30 for the Virgo reading. 10 of Swords upright. What you should look for? High Priestess reversed. And lastly, King of Swords. Communication. Okay. So 10 of Swords upright. This one is about betrayal, attack, finality, loss, and pain. So this is to avoid. If you haven't noticed by now, many of the sword cards have negative or harsh messages, and the 10 of Swords is no exception. Traditionally depicted as a dead man with 10 swords stuck in his back, this card hints at betrayal, backstabbing, and painful endings. Essentially, you've hit rock bottom. Whether your relationship has ended abruptly or you've been suddenly laid off, your previous situation has ended, and it may just feel like your world is crumbling around you. Ugh, they're in a lot of pain. They're in a lot of pain. While mourning both the end of the status quo and perhaps the end of a relationship with the one who betrayed you, the only way to go now is up. Surrender to the situation and know that you'll eventually come out of the flames having been forged by fire. They've been through a lot. They've taken the beating. They might have been cheated on. That's honestly kind of what I see. I'm so sorry. I feel like this person has been cheated on, and I'm not gonna lie, I think that they're expecting to be cheated on moving forward too. It's a lot of pain, and it's a lot of like, because I've been hurt, I'm expecting to continue to get hurt. This person is very wounded, and they may be looking to you for solace, and that's not exactly a bad thing. It kind of indicates your character, that you may be a really trustworthy person for them, but it's kind of that same way of like, when you extend kindness, they may see it as like a potential for a relationship, which I don't think it necessarily is in this case. What you should look for, the High Priestess, and this is in reverse. So the High Priestess in reverse deals with secrecy, blocked or neglected intuition, spiritual denial. So this is like when you're not trusting your instincts. You should be trusting yourself more. If you really think that the relationship is meant to be and to happen, of course, you know, you could always go for it. But in this instance, I really feel like you yourself know that this is not right for you. I really feel like you are aware, but maybe it's that same feeling of, I want to help them, or I want to fix them, or something like that. Lastly, we have King of Swords. So King of Swords, this actually has to deal with communication, being very direct, making sure that you don't lead with any kind of like underhanded use or anything like that. Like, don't mislead them, basically. Because a lot of people with good intentions sometimes accidentally mislead others, and that's not because they're bad. It's really just a sense of like, you want to help, but pretending to be in a relationship or pretending to be in love, like, that's not going to help them in the end, because they're still going to feel betrayed. So that's something you want to caution yourself with. Upright is mental clarity, authority, truth, conviction, rationality. So this has to do with master of logic, rationality, and order. He's the ultimate authority in truth and discipline, always making intellect and fact-based decisions. He's immovable in his ways, the epitome of professionalism. So it really is that, just being direct with how you communicate things. It's not about being nasty, but it is about like letting them know to set their expectations from the beginning. If I'm not adjusting it, it's mostly because is not about, this stream is not about addressing this issue. So I'm not planning to talk about it here. Ultimate authority, ultimate dom. I don't think it's about being, I don't know. I don't think this is about being dominating rather than being blunt or direct, for sure. This is definitely someone who's very comfortable communicating, and you need to exude this too. This is very important to be this person who's able to be direct, even with uncomfortable topics, because you want them to ultimately know, like, yes, you do care, but it isn't about going that distance, you know? It's not about a romantic relationship for you. So let's go ahead and do here our oracle reading for Virgo. So for oracle reading for Virgo, let's see. We have, let me see here. Yeah, this one. Maternal energy. I actually want to pull two, and it's not because I have favoritism towards Virgo, but because it feels right. The red card looks fancy. I really like the kings of this deck. They always look really cool. Like, you can actually see in this card that he's sitting on the holder here. So this is actually like the handle of the sword. So it really is the feeling of like you have the control in your hands. You're the one who's holding the handle in your hands. You're able to kind of cut to the heart of the issue. So maternal energy and dawn to dusk. So not quite MILF energy, but I do think that you kind of feel this motherly figure in their life. So let me see. So maternal energy, this has to deal with here, 65. When we think of fairy godmothers, we're likely to recall the character from Charles Perrault's Cinderella, which was adapted into a Disney animated film. The fairy godmother in that story helps poor Cinderella by turning her drab clothes into a gown and pumpkin carriage. When this card is drawn, lean on the maternal figures in your life for help, support, or simply comfort. I really think this is, this card is actually for this other person. They need to look into the other person. Like, they need to look into their family kind of, it's almost the same, you know, when people say daddy issues, I think this is mommy issues. Like, sometimes you might need to look to your mother for their wisdom, because I think the difference is that mother figures often are, and not all mother figures, but they often are the ones with a lot of intelligence, a lot of wisdom. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if it's your mother figure as much as I feel like this is your grandmother, because exactly like the fairy godmother type of feel, it feels like someone with a lot of wisdom, which may be your mother, it may be your grandmother. And I really feel like this is actually to do with the connection. Whoever this connection refers to, they need to look to their mothers for advice here. It says alternatively, it could be calling you to act as a fairy godmother to someone else, but I really feel like this is not your problem. This is not you. This is not something that you should or will have to deal with. This is something that they need to seek counsel from someone they trust. And then dawn to dusk. So dawn to dusk, this one is 33. So this one is the Alcee. They're fairy folk who some believe to be Celtic ancestors and who are known for their extreme beauty. This card suggests that you've entered or are about to enter some kind of transition period. Transitions can be painful, but usually they're necessary. Pay special attention to how you feel and what you're thinking when the sun rises and sets. Like the Alcee, try to maintain a neutral attitude, let your thoughts and feelings in, and then let them go. So this, I do feel, lines up more with you. So on one side, they need to seek counsel with themselves, or not with themselves, with someone else. You are seeking counsel with yourself because you might be actually going through a big change yourself, and you're gonna be much more magnetic by the time this transition is over. You should definitely pay attention to how you feel. It's gonna be something that's really important for you during this time. Be very alert and be very, take a lot. This is so weird. I still have the goose with the teeth on the other side of my monitor, so every time I look to the right, I see the geese with the teeth. I'm so sorry. You're be be very aware of your thoughts and feelings during this time period. I think that'll help you figure out where you're going and what you're doing and what feels right for you. That's gonna help you ultimately decide how you contact someone or how you communicate with someone directly. Yeah. That's an interesting last reading, Virgo. It's just standing there. No, it's not standing there. It's staring there. It's on the other screen and it's just looking at me and it's terrifying. Oh my goodness. But guys, with that, we have menacingly, exactly. It's like the similar of like a jump scare. Like every time you look over, it's just there. It's staring at your back, but you have this feeling like you're looking away from it, but you know it's looking at you. It's like that type of feeling. Oh my goodness. But everybody, that is the readings for this February. I hope for a lot of good to come out of February for you guys. Pay a lot of attention to your feelings because that's definitely going to be the most important to navigating relationships in this next month. And I'm excited to hear how this goes for you. So with that, thank you so much for joining me for today's stream, guys. I really appreciate it. It's so good to see you guys. My third eye is watching you, clearly. I'm gonna wash this off now because I feel weird about this. Okay, I love you guys so much. Remember to be kind to each other. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you. I miss you too. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Ryo. Thank you, Wish. Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Yuki. Thank you, guys. It's time to do. Thank you, Shankar. Bye. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, when is my next stream? It's gonna be on Wednesday. So that's tomorrow. I was like, oh, what day is that? We're gonna be playing Hollow Knight for Wednesday and Thursday to make up for my stream last week, and I did fix the issue, so we got this time. We got this. Love you guys so much. Love you guys so much. Bye. Bye, Mad Hatter. Bye. Bye, everybody.